Hello there! As you probably know, I talk a lot about the range and our confrontation with Bev got some results. Of course, you can help me out. I really want to see the best version of Fallout 76. So let's do it together and please comment on their Discord server, please comment under my video or on Reddit if it still exists. What do we have here? We have here weapon mod range updates. All weapons have increased base range, see below. The end result of this change is that there is slightly less contrast between stub, short, medium, long and sniper barrels. In particular, this helps short and especially stub barrels more easily compete with long barrels, which is good. Not all range barrel mods follow the stub, short, medium, long sniper naming convention, but most mods which adjust weapons range will be adjusted similarly. Medium barrel range from 35% to 25%, long barrel range has nerf from 75% to 50%, and sniper barrel range from 110 to plus 75, plus 110 to plus 75%. This is the change. Increased the base range of the following weapons. Oh, I'm sorry, my dog is barking. Please shut up. Okay, I need to stop the video for a moment. Okie dokie, I'm back. You know what, sometimes the violence against animals can be justified. Yeah. So, this includes increased the base range of the following weapons. This includes unique named legendary variants of these weapons which will have the same range increased as their base weapons. We have some changes over here. Basically, as I can see, it is 20% plus change. Here we have like 20%, right? Speaking of 50 cal, from 144 to 182. Wait a minute. I already made some calculations, but let's do it again. 182 divided by 144. That gives us 26%, which is not enough, to be honest. This range should be around 220, because we can't modify the range, like we don't have these barrels. And well, heavy weapon deserves range around 220, to be honest. Let's check other heavy weapons. We have broadsider, for example, 206, not bad. We have here nothing, right? We have cryolator, 51 to 62. This is just stupid. In my understanding, the correct balancing of range should relate to barrel length, caliber or ammo type, and as you can see, I have few groups of weapons. Launchers can be quite debatable, so I'm not sure for now. Modified range number should be within these limits. For revolvers, from 150 to 190. For semi-automatic pistols, from 140 to 180. For automatic pistols, from 120 to 160. For semi-automatic rifles, from 220 up to 280. For automatic rifles, around 200. For semi-automatic heavies, from 240 up to 300. For automatic heavies, auto heavies, from 220 up to 280. For shorties should be around 120. And for single shot weapons such as bow, crossbow, compound bow, 250 plus. Yeah. So I crafted a whole bunch of weapons, modded them equally, specifically targeting the highest range, though I don't use ultrasight ammo even for god plasma, which is kinda stupid. But since ultrasight ammo increases range, the comparison wouldn't be fair. In case of revolvers, only pipe version finds itself within the limits I put here. So we have logic and real life on one side and combat balancing on another. Revolvers and pistols in general should have less effective range than rifles. And due to ammo capacity limitation of revolver, I'd make it to shoot a little bit further than other pistols. If we're talking about receivers, semi-automatic versus automatic dilemma is pure baloney here, and the difference in range represents combat balancing needs, that's all. In real life, of course, we don't have different receivers. Well, in general, we just have semi-automatic, burst and full auto-fire modes. Burst is when you speed 3 rounds super fast, so all of them can leave the barrel before recoil kicks in. Here we have Gauss pistol with 139 range that is affected by suppressor, by the way. Suppressors do not decrease your range, and Gauss weaponry kinda exists in real life. It's called coil guns, and those suck big time. So far, Beth made range better than I propose, and obviously it is a good thing. Effective range of 10mm would be 150 feet. I would still make it around 170 and 150 for automatic receiver. The problem starts with semi-automatic rifles. Here we have Alien Disintegrator with 556 feet range and Handmade Hecho por Mano with 193. So once again, for rifles with longer barrel, we gotta have better numbers than pistols. Obviously, Handmade is a post-war rifle that was assembled with whatever parts we could find, including shovels for stock, but it is quite precise actually, always been, so that means the barrel diameter matches with what we are supposed to have. Somehow pipe bolt action has 238 feet of effective range, so in this case there is zero logic behind this epic difference. Of course, it is not mandatory to make weapons with exactly the same stats, but if you really combat balancing something, you should think before you put any number. Justify the change. Of course, lever action, sniper, Gauss, alien and pipe bolt action should have better numbers than other dudes due to lower ammo capacity, so this is justifiable, but Radium and Handmade must not get punished for no obvious reason, to be honest. And now it's time to check rifles with automatic receivers. From balance standpoint, we should have a little bit less of effective range. Well, personally, I would not separate assault rifles like that. There are no stupid rifleman or commander perks anymore, just give us different fire modes. Be realistic, Bethesda. And here everything is wrong. Why do you hate Handmade so much? Is it because I love it? Well, all these weapons except for Tesla I believe and Plasma, which is technically not possible, should have range of 500 feet. So there is no point to make it under 200. Alien Disintegrator with its 283 is not even from Earth, so I don't even care, but in general I strongly recommend to make everything 200 plus. Speaking of semi-automatic heavies, we have only Plasma Caster, which is technically not possible, and the Harpoonie. Real life harpoon gun shoots at 300 meters, which is 1k feet. And we kinda use flashette, so maybe this would be the factor I have to keep in mind. Anyhow, we can make Harpoon's range better with perks, so everything is fine here. Now about the most dangerous pew-pews. Of course we don't touch Flamer here, though it can have up to 100 meters range. This is wild, but to be honest I have no idea, we can discuss it separately in another video. As you know, M2 Browning was built in America. It is American weapon. WTF is wrong with you, Bethesda? Even minigun has 361 range with triple barrel, so whatever you're doing is wrong. I understand the crazy recoil, overheating effect and the increased weight of ammunition, Other debuffs like our speed while carrying this weapon could be reduced or whatnot, whatever floats your boat. But as for now, it just makes no sense. Cry Later has another sad story, but maybe this word stands not for freezing but for crying. Cry later? I don't know, I don't understand. Shorties have a wonderful perk to use, Love the Spread it's called. So Gauss version finally has a wonderful range. I think I need to test it out first. Yeah, and in the past I did 1 zillion videos stating that this weapon must have a better range. So here we are. And whatever is under 120 feet should get some love. Do you like it or not, but shotguns have a better range than you think. Finally we have single shot weapons, different versions of bow and the black powder magic. I don't have dragon here cause we can't actually craft it. But with Love the Spread perk, this weapon is actually great now, range-wise speaking. Black Powder Pistol probably has its real life range here, but we should combat balance this Yurt as well, so nah, please give it better range. Crossbow and Black Powder Rifle deserve a little bit better. Obviously you may have a different opinion and you can critique mine whatever you like, but please say something in the comment section. Of course, if you are super happy to see range number like 400 or 500. The same about me, but the difference should not be that insane. For example, due to ammo weight, effective range of 50 cal should be lower than LMG and Mini can offer, but not that crazy low. Like 220 in case of 50 cal, 246 in case of LMG, and 280 in case of never existed 5mm for minigun. That would be fair. Of course, Shorty can benefit from Love the Spread perk. In this case 101 of double barrel Shorty would pass my 120 plus requirement, but I think 120 should be a bare minimum, like before using perks or for example legendary modification sightseers. Okie dokie, ladies and gents, basically that's all for today. Big thank you for watching, I will see you later, bye bye bye, bye bye.